Ayimpunchay Waikipanaikuna, in the local language of the Incas, that they call the language of the humans, means light of the sun, which is at the same time the allegory of the most beautiful present that the universe can give us, which is light, which is illumination, which is the capacity to think with all the neurons at the same time, is the idea that every morning we should remind our brothers and sisters, that's what means Waikipanaikuna, we should desire for them, we should give them, we should remind them that light, consciousness, awareness be with them. And I'm doing a series of videos where I'm talking about the Ayinkausai concept, which is the concept to exist with awareness, with correctness, with rightness. This is the last one. You can go to see the other videos before that talks about the 4 pillars to exist with awareness. Think with awareness, feel with awareness, speak with awareness, to end always acting with awareness. This in this local language is called Yankai, that has been wrongly translated as work. It's more than work, it's action. So it's about action with awareness. Normally, because there is a very important law in the universe, in the planet, in the dimension, in the grade we are living, which is called every action has a reaction. Everything you give comes back to you. Sometimes not just with the same power, sometimes even multiply. Sometimes it's like when you are sitting and you need just one little seed, for instance, a kernel, but then you get a whole plant full of kernels. So the good actions normally has good reactions from other humans, from the nature, and from the universe itself. And this is a very important point. If you go through the 3 previous steps and your mind has complete peace and your emotions are full of love, which is what's going to give the power to the thoughts, and then your words are clear, you are capable to speak with clarity, you are capable to, it's like in between humans. If you're clear in the way you express to another human being, this other human being understands you perfectly, and then the relation, it's beautiful, it's easy, it's simple. Same thing happened with the nature, and same thing happened in terms of energy with the universe. You want, it's like this genius that you have to be very careful about the way you speak, because maybe the results are going to be completely different because you don't express yourself in a correct manner. So actions are founded in the 3 previous steps, but it's pretty clear that if your actions are correct, then what you get back from the universe, it's going to be exactly what you, at least what you gave to the universe, or even multiply, either positive or negative. This is a very important relation. There is another important law in the universe, and it's called inertia. For inertia means that if you want to move, if you want to act, if you want to do something new, normally there is a resistance against this movement. And that's what happened with us the whole time. We want to start whatever, a new diet, a new routine of exercises, a new mindset, a new whatever. And we think about it, let's say I want to change my diet, I want to eat better, lighter, healthier than I do, just because I want to improve things. So the natural way, the natural thing is that my brain, which is used to something, and when the brain gets used to something, tends to repeat and repeat and repeat, because that saves energy. So the idea when you want to do something is pretty clear. You just postpone. You say, okay, I'm going to create this thing. And you say, I'm going to do it next week because this, because that. There is always a reason why you don't want to do new things, and it's this brain. This brain, if it wouldn't be sure every morning when you wake up, if it wouldn't be sure that coming out from the bed, it's solid floor down there, probably you would be completely scared in your bed and you wouldn't dare to wake up and to walk on the floor again. So this idea makes complete sense. Motivation is good. Motivation is amazing. Motivation gives you the starting. But there is a point where motivation is not good enough. What you really need is discipline. And you have to discipline in all the different steps. So once you discipline in all the steps, the actions are naturally disciplined. What happens when you do things? Okay, you wake up earlier than you normally do and you didn't want, but very hardly you do it. You keep it for 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, and eventually you go back to the beginning. You try, and you did it your best, you did it fantastically. It's even worse with addictions, with all kind of addictions. You try and you keep it, and you work very hard, and happens certain number of days, and eventually everything is broken again. And then it's time to start again. Because there is another important law in terms of energy. Physically, if you want to work your body, if you want to build muscles, you have to work harder you work, intensity that you put in the training, and giving the space for resting, better the results. But in terms of energy, it's the other way around. Harder you try, less results you get. Lighter you act, with less worries, like playing. When you create things from fun, when you create things not because necessity, because if you want to create something because you need it, and you're very concerned about works, and you know that if that doesn't work, you're going to get twice troubles that you had it before to start. You're going to be completely chaotic mind, and then again everything is chaotic. But if you do things like playing with complete faith that things are going to happen in certain way, you don't know exactly how, but you have the confidence that everything is going to, every piece is going to fall in its correct position, and things are going to work even if it doesn't look. Because when you start, you don't know actually what's going to happen. There are many variables you don't control. But when you are with this complete confidence that things are going to happen for the results that you are speaking to the universe you want, the universe is going to build it up in the correct timing, in the correct way, put you with the correct people, in the correct circumstances, where you just have to be quite sharp and quite smart to recognize them and don't let the opportunities go. So again, we go to the idea to the mind has to be in a perfect balance, completely conscious, without desperation, in a calm state, thinking about what's going to be the opportunities for you to take them. And the feelings are going to be full of love, and you're going to see love everywhere, and you're going to feel love yourself. And naturally, you're going to do things with complete love. And the universe has to give it to you back love. Normally, animals who has no judgment, most of the cases when you give them something, dogs, cats, when you give them love, when they perceive love from you, they give it to you naturally. They don't have to think about it. Trees that you see around there without any kind of conscious and non-human conscious, of course each thing has a conscious, but without a human conscious, without thinking and the plants, the trees in general, they're not thinking, I have to produce oxygen for these guys and they are going to give it to me something. No, they do it naturally. They don't need to think about it in the way a human being could think about it. Things works naturally. The universe is ordered. We have two main principles, one masculine, one feminine, that we understand for the universe. One is about order, implies discipline, implies do things how they should be done, do things like they have to be done, be completely disciplined to never come out from the way, or notice that you are coming out from your destiny, you are coming out from what you want from life, and come back again to that. This is a very important thing. Conscious actions bring naturally conscious answers in terms of energy from everything that is around us. So I want to remind you this very important thing. With this, we have finished the 4 pillars of how we should exist with awareness, with rightness, with consciousness, with discipline. That's the masculine part. The feminine part is harmony. It's about love. It's about doing the thing with confidence. It's about enjoying doing the things. It's about smiling when you do the things. When you see whatever you do, just singing, doesn't matter where you are singing with 10,000 people or you are singing in the street for a few coins. When you see that the singer smiles and when you perceive that that person is enjoying, even if they are cleaning just a floor, everything, the feeling that you can get in terms of the energy, what you perceive, the energy you get from that people is amazing. You notice it's naturally happy. The same thing is for the universe. When the universe notices that you are like a little kid in terms of simplicity, in terms of complete confidence that there is somebody else that is going to look after you, completely sure that abundance is a natural state of the human being, convinced that everything that you want from the heart, without trying to damage other people, without causing problems to other people, but actually trying to always be good with you, that everything that you are going to do, that you are going to give, that you are going to act, every action, it's going to be done consciously. I'm protecting myself and I'm protecting the others. It's crazy when somebody thinks, I know, ego driven, about I have to sacrifice myself for the others. I'm living this life of torture with my couple because I want to be happy. I want her to be happy. And I don't care about myself. That's not correct. I mean, every rule has exception. I can sacrifice my life in certain conditions. For my children, for my wife, for my mother, even for my neighbor. If something happens, if I can't save them, it is okay. But I can not do it constant actions every single day. Wake up to think and to do that I am doing things for the others. So what I'm doing for myself. If I'm not okay, if I'm angry, if I'm sad, if I'm unhappy, this is what I create. And the others are going to notice. And the worst thing, the universe is going to notice. Because I'm going to walk with my head looking the floor. Because I'm going to feel desperate. Because I'm going to feel lack of everything, even energy. So in that state, when your actions are very low in vibration, naturally that's what you are going to attract. In the other hand, if everything goes in perfect harmony, if everything comes with pure confidence, so then things are going to start working for you. Remember that every huge number of years, 29,700 years, our sun that goes around other suns comes to a certain point that we can call it a galactic summer. And from the central sun, a lot of plasma comes to our sun and to our planet. Plasma is the fourth state of the matter. But plasma, energetically talking, it's more than that. Plasma helps you to plasmate, make it real things. And from 1992, roughly, we already are living in times when the energy coming from the central sun to our sun, from the sun to our planet, from the planet to ourselves, is huge amount of energy, which is the matter that helps you to create things. It's amazing. In previous years, my ancestors here in the mountains, the people that live in the desert, they have to really work very hard to even build pyramids just to attract a little bit of this energy because they are living in a different times. My people have to go weeks to the top of the mountains to get a little piece of energy to become magicians, but after a long time of planification, creation, etc., etc., etc. But now comes, it's raining cats and dogs from the sun, giving to you a lot to create. Of course, sometimes it feels like too much. It feels chaotic because we have things coming and coming and coming, and we are capable to create faster, quicker, stronger than 100 years ago, 200 years ago. But we don't know how. All this system, my mind, logic mind, emotional mind, my words, which is a very powerful tool to create. My actions are going against myself, it's going against the planet, it's going against the universe, it's going against the animals, it's going against my brothers and my sisters from the planet. So you are not doing things, you are not actioning in the correct way because it's all chaotic. There is no harmony, there is no order. Then the problem starts. You don't know how to manage that amount of energy. We don't know globally as well how to do it. But the good thing is that we have the power. We have what to work with. It's just about learn and teach how to do it in a correct manner. So the next videos I'm planning to do is not just about talking about the pillars in terms how we should be in each level, how to have a mental peace, but not just about why or why it's important to have a mental peace, but actually how. What kind of technique, what kind of suggestion from this part of the world, from this kind of wisdom from thousands of years ago, what kind of things I can suggest to you. And maybe you can try them. And trying them, maybe it works for you. I don't know. But the most important thing is at least to try. More you try is beautiful, because when you try one thing, doesn't work. Beautiful. Now you know what doesn't work. But there are other choices to do things. So I wish you peace. I wish you love. I wish you correct, clear way to talk to yourself and talk to the others, and especially to the universe. And I wish you be very conscious about the actions you are doing daily, because this is the path, the beginning to become a conscious creator, co-creator, procreator, creator, There are many different ways, there are many different methods to create reality. So, to become a magician, beautiful, amazing, capable, strong, powerful magician. See you in the next videos.